Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. Today, we're going to talk about actor Jussie Smollett. In an article that I read today, it states that two men have been arrested in connection to an attack reported by Empire's actor Jussie Smollett, the Chicago Police Department said today. The men arrested were the same men that police previously said were being viewed as potential suspects, according to Tom Ahern, Chicago Police Communications Deputy Director. The men who police said were arrested Wednesday have not been charged. Earlier Friday, police spokesman Anthony G, because his name, I don't want to tear it up, said that two Nigerian brothers were being treated as potential suspects and that detectives had probable cause that they may have been involved in an alleged crime. Police did not say at that time precisely that the brothers were accused of or what the alleged crime might have been. Smollett, one of the stars of Empire, told authorities he was attacked early January 29th by two men who lobbed racial and homophobic slurs at him. After a brief struggle, both men ran away, and Smollett told police that one attacker had allegedly put a rope around his neck and poured an unknown chemical substance on him. Interrogations will resume today with the two individuals and their attorney, said the statement from the, I'll try the last name, Google me. While we haven't found any video documenting the alleged attack, there's also no evidence to say that this is a hoax. The alleged victim is being cooperative at this time and continues to be treated as a victim, not a suspect, he added. Police said Thursday they were questioning the two men after meeting them at Chicago O'Hare International Airport Wednesday night, but they were not considered suspects at that time. Their apartment was searched by police earlier this week. One of the brothers have appeared on the show Empire, according to the police. Authorities previously released surveillance images of two silhouetted figures in the areas of the attack, who they said were wanted for questioning. Smollett shared his detailed account of the alleged attack in a Thursday morning interview on Good Morning America, in which he rejected reports that he said he told police the attackers wore Make America Great Again hats. I never said that, he said. I didn't need to add anything like that. They called me, and then he said the F word. They called me, and then he said the N word. There's no which way you cut it. I don't need some mega hat as a cherry on top on some racial Sunday. Let me read that again. I never said that. And it's been going around that, the hat. And I'm saying, you know what? I don't remember him saying that. I don't remember any reporting, I don't know how that got into any of the reports that he wore the hat, but that's all up and down on social media about the hat. And also, when he says a substance, where they pour substance on him, now, just because it smells like bleach, which they're saying, you would naturally know what bleach smells like. So why did he say unknown? Because bleach is bleach. Well, bleach could have been put in the water or diluted with something else. So I wouldn't be so quick to say bleach either if I don't know what other things was put into that liquid, because maybe the bleach overpowered what the other substance was. So I would just say, if I don't know all what was in it, I would just say an unknown substance too. So if this is a hoax, if it turns out it's a hoax, I will believe it if Jussie comes out and says, I lied because whatever, I made it up because of this or that. And then I will believe it's a hoax. I am team Jussie because I believed him from day one. I believe it was a conspiracy, and for whatever reason, I believe it was just to scare him. I don't believe that they meant to kill him. I believe personally it was a message. It was a warning. Now, who knows what happened in the future, but at that particular time, I think it was a warning. Just like, and I try to relate some stories to my experience. Have I ever experienced this? Yes, I have experienced an attack. I said it in one of my videos where my ex and I were at this party years ago when I was, in my 20s. And we were the only black couple in the party. It was a cocktail party, a co-worker of mine. And I could see out the corner of my eye, but this guy came over to me and put his cigarette out on my arm. And the way he looked at me is like, say something if you want to. Now he was, as my remembrance, he was an older gentleman. Mind you, I was in my 20s. So when I say older gentleman, he could have been in his 50s, which now I think 50s is not so old. But anyway, my ex-husband's back was toward me, so I never mentioned it. Very little people knew of that incident. Now that I think back, I believe that was a warning. And if I would have said anything, I shudder to think what would have happened in that day. So, I just referred back to that because people can randomly pick you out, give you a warning, but it sounds like in this case with Jussie, it's not so much of a random act. If this deems to be true that those two guys were connected to his attack. I know TMZ reported information when I saw it yesterday that these two guys were being watched. I don't know whether he says, the guy on TMZ says that they took a Uber, so they were able to track records. I don't know. But anyway, they were out of town and they were expected to return. So that's why they arrested them at O'Hare in Chicago, the airport. But anyway, I just wanted to bring you this. Many of you, thought he was lying in the beginning, but I don't know. I just didn't get that. I just didn't get that he was lying, and I still don't. And I still won't until he says it. And then I'll believe it. And I was born and raised in Chicago, so, I'll just leave it there when it comes to the police. But those of you who live in Chicago, you know how that works. So I'm going to end this video now. That's what I got. And everyone have a wonderful evening. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click that notification bell. And I'll be back with another story for you. Thank you and good night.